These teas are often marketed as miracle workers for weight loss. They claim to flush out toxins, speed up your metabolism, and help you shed pounds quickly. But here's the truth. Most of them rely on two things: stimulants like caffeine and diuretics like senna or dandelion. And what that means is they make you run to the bathroom more often. In today's video, we're diving deep into a topic that's especially crucial for men over 40 trying to lose weight. And we're talking about those fat loss trends that seem to pop up every other day. You know the ones, they promise quick fixes and miraculous results. But let's be real, not all of these new TikTok and Facebook diets are your friend. In fact, some of them can be downright risky, setting you back more than just a couple of pounds on the scale. So, if you've ever been tempted by the latest diet craze or weight loss fad, you're in the right place. We're going to be breaking down the most popular ones that you've likely heard of, or maybe even unfortunately tried. We'll also explore why they might seem appealing but are actually not such a great idea for our age group. And of course, I'll be sharing healthier, more sustainable ways to achieve those weight loss goals without risking your health. So, let's get right into it. Alright, let's kick things off with a blast from the past that keeps coming back to life. And this is the classic low-fat diet. Remember the 90s when everything was low-fat this and fat-free that? Well, it turns out this diet was kind of like those old jeans from back in the day. They're just not a fit for us anymore. The 90s was such a great era. The music, the movies, and the cost of living was a little bit more appealing. Can we please go back? So here's the lowdown on low-fat diets. They actually soared in popularity thanks to the belief that less fat equals, well, less you. But what they didn't tell us loud and clear was that when they take out the fat out of these foods, they often end up adding loads of sugar or artificial ingredients to make up for the lost flavor. So what you ended up with was a bunch of food that spiked your blood sugar and messed with your overall health, from crashes to overeating. Exactly what you were trying to avoid in the first place. Now, let's talk about what happens when you ditch those fats. Did you know that fats are actually crucial for our bodies? They're like the oil in your car. They keep everything running smoothly, from helping you absorb vitamins to keeping your skin looking good. Not to mention, they play a huge role in managing your hormones, including your best friend, good old testosterone. So when you cut out all the fats, you're not just trimming your waistline. You might be trimming down on your muscle mass and energy levels too, my friend. Think of it this way. Eating a low-fat meal is like going to a concert and not seeing the main act. Taylor Swift or whatever you're all into. Sure, you're there, you're eating, but you're not quite satisfied. That's because fats help fill you up and keep you feeling satisfied longer. Ever notice how you're hungry an hour after eating that fat-free yogurt by itself? Well, that's exactly why. Now, here's how we can smartly incorporate fats into our diet. While I still recommend choosing low-fat or fat-free options like yogurt and milk to keep the calorie count in check, pairing them with a sensible amount of healthy fats like a finger or two-sized portion of almonds or avocado can dramatically improve satiation and nutrition absorption. This way, you're not giving up on the benefits of fat-free foods, you're enhancing them with the nutritional power of healthy fats. Makes sense, right? So, if you're clinging to that low-fat diet because it feels familiar, let's upgrade your approach. This is about creating a balanced diet that includes both lean choices and healthy fats, which are more sustainable and beneficial in the long run. Remember, it's not about cutting out foods, it's about creating a diet that's as well-rounded as you. So next time you're about to grab that fat-free label, pair it with some healthy fats to round out the meal. And this approach keeps you fuller, longer, and ensure you're truly nourishing your body. Okay, let's move on to something that's been making waves all over social media. Fit tea and those so-called detox teas. You've seen the ads, a celebrity sipping a cup of tea with promises of melting fat away, detoxing your body, and giving you abs of a Greek god. Sounds tempting, right? But let's talk about what's really brewing in those trendy teas. These teas are often marketed as miracle workers for weight loss. They claim to flush out toxins, speed up your metabolism, and help you shed pounds quickly. But here's the truth. Most of them rely on two things: stimulants like caffeine and diuretics like senna or dandelion. And what that means is they make you run to the bathroom more often. And sure, you might feel lighter afterwards, but all you've lost is good old water weight, my friend. Not fat, And for guys over 40, dehydration is no joke. Our bodies are more prone to losing muscle mass and feeling of a slowing metabolism as we age due to inactivity. And these teas can actually make things worse by throwing off your electrolyte balance. Not to mention, the caffeine content in these teas can mess with your sleep. And let me tell you, sleep is the unsung hero for fat loss. It's when your body repairs itself, regulates your hunger hormones, and resets for the next day. And messing with that is like sabotaging your progress before you even start. I actually remember when my friend Chris got hooked on one of these teas. He started drinking them in the spring to get ready for summer, and he swore it was the key to dropping pounds off. But after a couple of weeks, my boy wasn't looking any leaner. He kept complaining he was tired, he was jittery and cranky and running on fumes. His energy was also tanked, his workouts suffered, and he looked more frustrated than ever. And guess what? Once he stopped the tea, everything felt normal again. It's a marketing gimmick. Please don't fall for this. And listen, there's nothing wrong with tea. If you want to drink it for the benefits of antioxidants, sure, go ahead, but it will not make you lose fat in any kind of noticeable way. So what's a better alternative? Hydration the right way. Stick with good old water, nature's best detoxifier. And if you have a sweet tooth, by all means have a diet soda. It's not going to kill you regardless of what you see on Facebook. And if you want to kick your metabolism into gear, focus on building lean muscle through resistance training and fueling your body with whole, nutrient-dense foods. In fact, I've put together free whole foods guides specifically designed to help you lose fat in a sustainable way. And it's packed with options that not only keep you satisfied, but also provide some nutrients for your bodies to function at its best. You can grab it right now in the show notes down below for free. So the bottom line is there is no magic tea bag that's going to melt fat away. Sustainable fat loss comes from consistent, balanced choices that naturally keep you in a calorie deficit, not quick fixes. So next time you see one of those ads promising a six-pack in a cup, save your money and stick to what actually works. Hydration, proper nutrition, and a smart training plan. Trust me, your body and your wallet will thank you. All right, let's march into a diet that sounds as tough as boot camp. The military diet. And it claims you can drop up to 10 pounds a week by following a no-frills meal plan that includes, believe it or not, hot dogs and vanilla ice cream. Now, unless there's a secret military operation that turns hot dogs into a health food, this diet is a major pain in more ways than one. Yeah, that was a 90s pun. Get used to it. Now, this diet is popular because it promises rapid weight loss, something like a crash course in slimming down before a big event or something like that. But here's the deal, drastically cutting your calories means that you're not just losing fat, you're losing essential muscle mass too. And for those of us over 40, that's like taking one step forward and two steps back on our health journey. It's no good. Now, this menu, it's more like a bizarre eating challenge than a nutritious plan. You end up playing a game of dietary roulette, where day to day you're guessing what skimpy meal could possibly be on your plate next. And the risks are as serious as a drill sergeant on inspection day. We're talking mood swings, energy crashes, and of course, muscle loss. Now, are these side effects really worth the few pounds that are bound to come back with reinforcements? I don't think so, my friend. So instead of this extreme boot camp for your body, let's take a more diplomatic approach with my whole foods list to lose fat. It's your peace treaty for sustainable health, and you can download it right now in the show notes for free, like I said. And this list is loaded with foods that are not only delicious, but they're also packed with nutrients to fuel your body right. We're talking about hearty whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and a plethora of fruits and veggies to keep you full and charged up. So incorporating these whole foods into your diet isn't just about shedding pounds, it's about fortifying your body. You maintain muscle, boost your metabolism, and improve your overall health, all without feeling like you're in a dietary boot camp. So let's dismiss the military diet and start a more supportive strategy that actually celebrates good food and good health. Download the Whole Foods list and start enjoying your meals that satisfy not just your hunger, but your nutritional needs. And march towards a healthier you without the unnecessary major pain. All right, let's dive into the next juicy trend, juice cleanses. And I get it, they sound super clean, healthy, and like the ultimate reset for your body, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to feel like they're detoxing and dropping a few pounds in the process? But here's the thing, juice cleanses are about as sustainable as trying to live off coffee and donuts. See, these juice cleanses promise quick weight loss and claim to flush out all these so-called toxins in your body. But the reality is your liver and kidneys are already detoxing your body 24/7, and they don't need a $10 bottle of green juice to do their job. And while you might drop a few pounds during this cleanse, most of it is just water weight, and unfortunately, even some muscle, not fat. And let's face it, fellas, losing muscle is the last thing we want as we age. Muscle is your metabolism's best friend. Now, here's where juice cleanses can really backfire. These juices are often loaded with sugar, even if it's natural sugars from fruit. Without the fiber you'd get from eating the whole fruit, you're basically chugging a glass of sugar water, spiking your blood sugar and then crashing later. And if you've ever felt that hangry feeling, you know exactly how miserable that crash can be. And let me tell you a quick story. Years ago, another buddy of mine, James, who I used to work with, he jumped on one of these juice cleanse wagon before he had a trip to Cancun. And for 3 days, he was sipping on juice like his life depended on it. Now, by day 2, he was super cranky, exhausted, and snapping at everyone in the office. And by day 3, well, guess what? He was daydreaming about cheeseburgers and fries. And the minute the cleanse ended, he went on a huge binge at Golden Corral that completely erased any progress he thought he'd made. Talk about taking 2 steps forwards and 10 steps back. And he was Snapchatting me all these pictures of macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, and all these pastries. It was like he just got out of jail the way he was feasting. Okay, so what's the better alternative here? Well, instead of starving your body on a liquid diet, fuel it with whole nutrient-dense foods. Yes, if you want to lose fat the right way, focus on meals that include lean proteins, veggies, healthy fats, and whole grains or fruits. It's a sustainable approach that doesn't leave you feeling deprived or drained. And most importantly, it works long-term too. And that's what matters most. Now, juice cleanses might seem like a quick fix, but they're really just a shortcut to frustration. Your body doesn't need a reset, it needs real nourishing fuel. So let's please skip the cleanse and focus on a plan that works long term. Your energy, your health, and your sanity will thank you. Okay, next up on our tour of trendy diets is the good old apple cider vinegar diet. And it's as popular as it is ancient. It's actually been used for centuries as a health tonic, but recently it's been touted as a weight loss elixir. You might have heard claims that it can boost metabolism, melt fat away, and even control blood sugar. Sounds like a magic potion, right? Well, let's uncork the truth about this vinegar-based diet. See, the apple cider vinegar diet involves taking a few tablespoons of vinegar before meals, purportedly to harness its fat-burning and appetite-suppressing powers. The idea is that its acetic acid helps with fat loss. While there is some research suggesting vinegar can help control blood sugar, the evidence that it can aid significant in weight loss is, well, watered down at best. But here's where we need to be more cautious, especially as men over 40. See, consuming large amounts of apple cider vinegar can lead to more than just a sour face. It can cause serious issues like dental erosions and throat burns. Imagine swinging something that can clean drain pipes. It's not exactly what you'd call gentle. And if you're like me and you enjoy a good old meal, the last thing you want is for your tooth enamel to start wearing away. I'll pass on this. There's also the impact on your stomach. See, vinegar is highly acidic, and downing it daily can irritate your stomach lining, leading to discomfort, and sometimes even digestive distress. Think about it. Is losing a pound or 2 worth risking your digestive health? Plus, for those of us watching our heartburn or acid reflux, apple cider vinegar might just add fuel to those flames, my friend. Now, let's not dismiss vinegar entirely. It can be a great addition to a healthy diet when used appropriately. A splash in your salad dressing or a mix in your marinade, that's perfect. But relying on it as a weight loss tool is a bit like trying to fix a leaky faucet with a piece of gum. It's not the solution, and it's likely to create a bigger problem down the line. The bottom line here is, while apple cider vinegar has its place in the pantry, it's no miracle cure for weight loss. If you're looking to shed some pounds, your best bet is to stick with proven methods. Balanced eating, regular exercise, and maybe a little less of the sugary stuff. That's a recipe that won't leave a sour taste in your mouth. So let's put the vinegar bottle back on the shelf and focus on real, wholesome food that supports our bodies without any gimmicks. It's a safer, healthier, and honestly, the tastier way to go about losing weight and feeling great. Okay, next on our list is a trend that's been sweeping grocery aisles everywhere: the legendary gluten-free diet. Originally a medical necessity for those with celiac disease. See, gluten-free has morphed into a trend that's purported to offer weight loss, more energy, and a cleaner diet. But before you start purging every crumb of gluten from your pantry, Let's sift out the facts. Now, going gluten-free has become synonymous with eating healthier, but here's the catch. Just because a product is labeled gluten-free doesn't automatically make it a better choice. In fact, many gluten-free products are packed with extra sugars and fat to compensate for texture and flavor loss. So if you're not careful, you might end up consuming more calories than you would with their gluten-containing counterparts. So why is it popular then? Well, eliminating gluten often leads people to cut out most processed foods, which can lead to weight loss and feeling overall better. However, the real benefits comes from ditching the junk food, not necessarily the gluten. Plus, the idea of having a clean diet is appealing, making gluten a villain of modern diet culture without much solid evidence to back up those claims. But here's where it gets tricky for men over 40. If you don't actually have a gluten sensitivity or celiac disease, avoiding gluten can lead to missing out on essential nutrients found in whole grains, like B vitamins, fiber, and iron. And these nutrients are crucial for maintaining energy levels, heart health, and overall well-being. Areas we need to keep an eye on as we age. Moreover, going to a gluten-free diet just for the sake of weight loss can lead to a restrictive mindset around food, which isn't sustainable or particularly enjoyable. I actually remember when I tried going gluten-free for a couple of weeks for some independent research on it. It was terrible. I barely made it through the first week. I ended up actually standing in the bakery aisle dreaming of a real donut, only to realize that the gluten-free lifestyle was making me more miserable than the donut ever actually did. What was your go-to donut flavor? Comment down below and let me know. So, what's the better approach here? Well, instead of cutting out gluten, focus on reducing processed foods and increasing your intake of whole, unprocessed foods or low minimally processed foods. If you're looking to improve your diet, aim for more balance. Incorporate more fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and yes, even whole grains that contain natural gluten. These foods contribute to a balanced diet and helps keep everything running smoothly. No need to demonize gluten unless it's medically necessary, my friend. So let's aim not to follow food fads based on trends. Instead, let's build a diet based on diversity, nutritional content, and what makes us feel good. And trust me, feeling good and enjoying your meals is a huge part of healthy living, especially as we get into our 40s and beyond. So keep the gluten if you can, enjoy your meals, and focus on fresh whole foods. That's the kind of change that really makes a difference in our health without any gimmicks or unnecessary restrictions. Now be sure and download the free whole foods list for optimal fat loss. It's listed down in the show notes. I'll see you on the next one.